What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. Today we're going to be going over spell token. This is going to be a really good video, so big shout out to the members out there. And this particular video came from Elias Drame. Shout out to you for recommending spell token. It's a very good project, so I'm going to be going over this today. So yeah, let's get straight to it. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps the YouTube channel out immensely for YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you want me to go over next. Definitely join the memberships for the channel. I'll go over any crypto you want me to go over, and I'll prioritize that first. So also, if you want these automated trading indicators, definitely check out the Vital Algo link in the description. Use the discount code Marsellis for 25% off. So yeah, let's go straight over spell token. So we're going to be going over some technicals here today for spell token. But first, we're going to really be talking about what spell token is. And then I'll make some more videos in the future where it's just pure technicals. But I kind of feel like I just need to introduce spell token to the people that don't know about it. For the people subscribe to the channel. And, for the newcomers, the technical will probably be, or it'll probably be at the end of the video. And I'll make some separate videos with pure technicals on where I think it's going next. But when we look at it, spell token, it's not just something that you want to buy and you want to just try to pump to the moon. You just want to ride it up to the moon because spell token does some good movements here. It's up 1,200% for the last 7 months since the all-time low, but it's also something that pumped really high before. But it's not something that you just want to look at as like a pump and dump. You don't want to just ride it to the moon and jump out because it's definitely not something like that. It's really a DeFi gem. So passive income is very possible with something like this. So yeah, let's go over this. Like I said, we're gonna do the technicals at the end. Now, spell token has $344 million market cap here, and trading volume at $23 million. But like I said, it's really not the kind of coin you just want to trade. What you really want to look at here is the total value locked, the TVL, which is at $2.7 billion. That's huge. We're gonna be going over a lot of analytics with the DeFi here, so stay tuned. So anyways, let's move on from there. As you can see, we have our circulating supply, total supply, and all that good stuff. But really, what really matters with this is MIM. MIM is pretty much the stable coin here for spell. So we're going to be going over all this. You'll understand it all by the end. But yeah, this is spell token. This is magic internet money. These are two very important aspects of their DeFi platform. Abracadabra.money. So this is pretty much the DeFi platform here. Abracadabra.money is a spell book. So pretty much the whole thing that they do here is like a play on wizards and magics and spells. So you'll see all these different terminologies. So just remember that. So yeah, Abracadabra.money is a spell book that allows users to produce magic internet money, which is MIM. So you, the spellcaster, can provide collateral in form of various interest-bearing crypto assets such as YVYFI, YVUSDT, USDC, and XSushi or Sushi Swap. So pretty much what they're talking about here with the spellcasters and all that and creating the magic internet money, you're pretty much putting your spell inside of like staking and stuff like that in the farms, and then you're pretty much turning it into MIM. We're going to be going over that, but before we do that, let's continue to go over all this other stuff and just kind of go over what it is. So with this, you can borrow magic internet money, so you can do borrowing, and this is definitely pretty good for people that like to trade on leverage. But with this, you can borrow magic internet money, which is a stable coin that you can swap for any other traditional stable coin. So the formula is straightforward: collateral in, proof, stable coin out. So collateral in, poof, stablecoin out. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. To reverse the spell, the caster simply returns the conjured MIMs to the spell book. So you pretty much return the collateral in there, and then the magically locked interest-bearing tokens are released. So that's pretty simple. So we're going to be going over all of these. As you can see, my wallet's already connected. Please don't try to steal my stuff because I'm not going to blur it out. Might as well not, because it's going to show up too many times inside the video to blur it out. But anyways, farm. Let's go over here and look at the farm. So here is the farm. Actually, no, let's look at the stake first, because the staking is what interests me a lot. So the S-Spell staking, or the S-Spell token staking. So over here you can see spell to S-Spell. So make spell work for you, stake your spell. And what they mean by S-Spell is pretty much stake spell. So make spell work for you, stake your spell, and it'll refresh like that every few seconds. So don't be worried. I'm going to have to keep restarting. But anyways, stake your spell and gain spell, or gain S-Spell. No impermanent loss, no loss of governance rights, because you have the governance rights inside of spell for holding it, as you can see over here with forum, you're going to go over here and do governance proposals and stuff like that. So they have a pretty good community here with this whole spell token. But yeah, let's keep going over that. So over here, you can see continuously compounding. So after each new deposit, all staked spell are subject to a 24-hour lockup period, as spell automatically earns fees from repayments from all wizards proportional to your share of the stake pool. And something that I really like about this is the APR. So the APR is 32.7560%. That's a lot, 32%. So just imagine the passive income that you could possibly get here. So staking parameters is as it says here, one SPL is premium 0.005117. And as you can see over here, the token price is a little bit lower than that. But over here, you can also see one SPL equals one or 1.25 spell. So that's pretty much why they're showing it like that. Now, moving on from this, you pretty much know what staking is. Staking's pretty simple. It's pretty much bearing interest, just like with any savings account or anything. You put money in, you get money back. It's pretty much interest. Just like with a dividend paying stock, it's the same exact thing as that. Now, what we got to look at here, what I really like is also the borrowing. So you can borrow here as well. So total MIM borrowed, and remember, MIM is magic internet money. So total MIM borrowed is for the AGLD component is over here 18.78K, and you can see MIMS left to borrow 7.83K. So that's a pretty good amount. You got to think that's $7,000 over here, $141,000 for the ALCX, which is left to borrow. People already borrowed $989,000 worth of it right now. So the interest, as you can see, is as it says here, 3.5%, 12.5% liquidation fee. So you have a fee for liquidation. So there's a huge potential here. And also look at this CVX3 pool, which is new, 55.73 million already borrowed. And then when you look at here, the MIMS left to borrow, the magic internet money left to borrow 1 million. That's huge. That's just huge. And then FTM, Phantom. Yes, we have Phantom over here. 49 million already borrowed, and then 1 million left to borrow. So you can see the drift here. You can see how good this is. They even have sheep. So there's not much sheep left to borrow. People are already borrowing lots of sheep. And you can borrow spell. There's lots of spell being borrowed as spell as well. But yeah, you can do this. It's pretty easy. You would just come over here to borrow, connect your wallet. You got to make sure you do that. And then all you do is click these two tokens, and then they'll pretty much bring it up there. And then you just add your tokens like that. They'll add it for you into their MetaMask, or they have Wallet Connect also if you want to use that. But anyways, all you would do is deposit your collateral for sheep. So remember, we just now clicked sheep. I think I clicked sheep. Yeah, I clicked sheep. That's why it's showing sheep. But yeah, you deposit your collateral here, and then you borrow your MIM. So let's say you want to do like collateral of, I don't have any, so it's going to show 0, but it's going to show 100,000. So let's say you want to do 100,000 sheep, and then you want to borrow some MIM. So you can take and put your 100,000 sheep there for deposit collateral, and then you can borrow your MIM. I don't know how much it'll probably be equal to, but yeah, you can borrow some MIM off of the sheep. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Well, kind of. DeFi isn't really self-explanatory, but you can learn it pretty easy, and you can get used to it pretty easily. So it's just something that takes time, doing it over and over again. You'll eventually become accustomed to it. But anyways, over here you can have your open positions over here, collateral deposited, collateral value, your MIM borrowed, your liquidation price. It pretty much shows everything there, MIM left to borrow. And yeah, you can pretty much see your liquidation prices over here as well. You can change leverage. There's a lot of different options here. So it would be way better if I had money in here so I can actually show you the process of doing it. But at the moment, I don't have any money in here. And eventually I will. I'm going to get into doing DeFi videos where I actually show you a process of me doing DeFi. But the only problem with that is having my wallet show up here and doing that at the same time. Because with this wallet, I'll be honest, I'll probably not use this wallet after this video. But still, you can only see like the first few and the last few of the wallet address. But I mean, it's still not good to show your wallet address online, especially not when you have a platform that a lot of people see. But I don't think it matters though, because it's not the whole address. But anyways, here's the dashboard that you can see. You can have your whole your total borrowed that you can have here. They'll show you that. Like I said, I don't have any right now, and your total collateralized. So yeah, all that good stuff is right there. And then moving on from the borrow, you also have the farm. So there's a huge opportunity to make money here. You can borrow, and then you can just do so much stuff. You can stake, you can farm. So let's go over the farm. So Over here, you can see this is the farm deposited, earned ERC20, as you can see, spell. So you can do some farming here. Now, the farming, I don't really do farming too much. I'm more on the staking side, but it's not too different from anything else that you would do on DeFi. But like I said, I can't show you the actual process of it because I don't even have any money in here. As you can see, insufficient funds. I don't even have the funds to actually do the farming. So I really can't show you the process of doing the farming. But I will eventually show you all that. But what I just wanted to do here is pretty much introduce you to Spell Token and the potential here to make passive income, because there's huge potential here. The ROI annually, that's return on investment annually, 33.52%. That's actually pretty good. Yield per $1,000 is about 225 spell per day. That's per $1,000, 225 spell per day. So it may not look like a lot, but over time, that type of stuff kind of starts adding up. So let's just say you take your $225, or not dollars, but spell, and then you multiply it by 0.1241027.8. So that would be about 92 cents a day off of $1. It's not too bad. If you do the math, that is probably about $365 a year off of your $1,000, because you can see over here that's 33.52% per year. So that's a return on investment annually. That's per year. But total value locked at 9.9 million. This is just for the perform a ritual spell. That's pretty much what they say. ETH to spell through Sushi Swap. So something else that you can also look here. This is just yield per $1,000. Imagine if you have way more than $1,000 in here. So if $1,000 gives you about 225 spell, and let's just kind of do 1,000 divided by 225. So that's about 4.44. So let's just say you want $4,000. You would pretty much just take and multiply 225 by 4, and then you would pretty much get 900 spell per day instead. And you would multiply that by 0.124. I think it was 10 or something like that. Yeah, 10278 and 10278, then that would pretty much give you $3.69 a day if you had $4,000. And then when you multiply that by, let's say, 365 days, you do it for a whole year. I mean, it's $1,300 made in a full year off of $4,000. Now, see, this starts to get really tricky once you start to compound it all the way up. So let's just say, I know a lot of people don't just have $100,000 to throw in there, but let's just say you threw in $100,000. Let's just be hypothetical here, because we got to think, people who are going through retirement, they have this type of money to throw around because they worked all their life. So let's say that you already have this kind of money set up. So if you had $100,000, and we're going off the $1,000 analogy here, so 1,000 times 100 would pretty much be 100,000. That's what I think. 1,000 times 100, yeah, 100,000. So you would just do 100 times that 225 that we were talking about earlier. So that's 22,500 times, because this is how much tokens of spell you'll get per day, 1241027.8. That would give you about $92 a day off of your $100,000, and then off of a full year, that would then give you $33,694. Pretty much average wage inside of America, I think it was more like 40,000, but still, this is a good amount off of $100,000 in 1 year. So yeah, there's definitely lots of potential here, and I just think that it's something that you would definitely want to look into. But farming, like I said, I'm more on the staking side. This is a potential to make a lot of money, just passive income, and you just let it come in and flow in. But yeah, DeFi in general is a good way to make passive income. So I'll be doing a lot more DeFi videos in the near future. But like I said, I'm going to show you it when I actually have some money to put in here and do the whole DeFi thing, because it works way better when you can actually see the money being put in and seeing the money being put to work. But anyways, moving on from all this, I do want to show the analytics here. So total value locked for Spell is here at 3.63 billion right now. So that's a lot. And then total fees generated, 64.4 million inside of fees have been generated. And the most of the, when the fees have been generated, was January 23rd. There was way more fees generated on that day than anywhere else. And something that I found pretty interesting is the number of loans opened, and that was higher around Christmas time. So that obviously is going to be higher around there with the loans. People are trying to make some extra money, get those Christmas presents. The average loan size, $86,000. That's pretty big right there. And then the total blended interest rate, 2%, and average LTV is about 52.88%. So that's an LTV, means loan to value ratio, by the way. But yeah, there's a lot of potential here. Total fees generated, you can see it's starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller, but we have a lot of economic uncertainty. So that's obvious that we'll have smaller people, like smaller loans being put out, because people don't really want to take too much risk right there, because economic uncertainty. But yeah, anyways, this is really good, like a really good passive income maker. So over here, total mem borrowed by chain. Remember, mem is the magic internet money. It's the little stable coin, 1.92 billion. And total mem borrowed by collateral, 1.92 billion. They have the whole breakdown here. You can see Phantom at 49.1 million, React Ethereum at 53, which is 2.8% of it. But yeah, there's a lot of potential here. And like I said, I'm gonna go over the technical analysis as well, because I know a lot of people want to see that. And if you want me to do a whole technical analysis video on Spell, like just by itself without all the introduction to Spell DeFi, let me know that, because I'll definitely do that for y'all. But anyways, this is the technical analysis. So let's go over it. So first thing I want to mention here with Spell, the 24-hour market control over here is in control by the bulls by 40%. So it's pretty much showing that we're 40% bullish here. Now, also, you can see over here at the red area, pretty much shows less demand. The red area is typically our resistance. We're having resistance here at the 004 area, or well, 00416, because it's so small, you have to mention that 16. But yeah, 00416, we're having resistance. We got rejected. Whenever we get rejected on stuff like this, we typically end up pulling back down to the next green area where it shows more demand, which would be at the 34 area or at the 360 area. So somewhere around there, we're going to have some support for Spell if we're going to continue to go on this downtrend like this. Now, that is for the 15M chart. So whenever I look at the other ones, let's just look at the 1M chart. This is mega short term, as I like to call it. It's a huge short-term chart. So it pretty much shows the same thing, that we're going down, but it also shows that there could be a chance of reversal, going back up here, trying to retest that resistance one more time before we see where we go after that. And after that last time of trying to retest that resistance, if we can actually break out of it, then you'll eventually see Spell pump up here to the 415 area. I know it's not too big of a increase there, but then the next area for the pump would be the 422 area, and then eventually it's going to go up, 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 and up. Now, I know it's a pretty small short-term look at it. That's why I was looking at the 15M chart. I just wanted to show you the mega short-term, as I like to call it. But anyways, looking at the long-term is really what matters for stuff like this, because it's a DeFi, it's a whole DeFi platform. So what you really do want to look at is the long terms. So long term for Spell, let me go ahead and take this auto off so we can scroll down. So long term for Spell, this red area here pretty much shows our area of resistance, pretty much shows where we have less demand, pretty much shows that this is where we would be stopped at if we started to pump. So if you start to see a huge pump in a crypto market, you would more than likely see Spell stop somewhere around at the 006 area before it had a pullback, and then it will start to pump again. But yeah, that is definitely not going to happen tomorrow, because, well, I mean, anything can happen, but let's just be honest. Like the last time we pumped all the way up, like really high, it only went up to 0.03, which is 3 cents. So you just got to look at it from that perspective. Don't expect it to just randomly hit 7 cents, because it hasn't hit 7 cents yet. But, or not 7 cents, I mean 007. But it's gonna take a little bit of a while to get back that high, because as you can see, like it was way back here before we were that high, way at about January 23rd. So if we were about to pump all the way back up there, it's gonna take more than a day to do that. So you gotta be patient. You just gotta sit back and wait, because there's lots of opportunity in crypto right now. It's the downtrend for crypto. Everything in the whole crypto market is pretty much down. So you just gotta wait for it to kind of recover. But anyways, like I said, 007, not too far-fetched when looking at the long-term charts. And then from there, we'll have to do another technical analysis after we pass that area. But like I said, it'd probably do a pullback back down to about 006 to 005. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for Spell Token. Let me know what you all think of Spell, and let me know what you want me to go over next. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe. Big shout out to Elias Drame, the member, for recommending me this. So I'll definitely go over Spell more in the future if you all want me to. So yeah, definitely hit the like button, subscribe. It really helps the YouTube channel out immensely for the YouTube algorithm. If you want these automated trading indicators, definitely check out the Vital Algo link in the description and use the discount code Marsellis for 25% off. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video. Peace.